you there, MB. I'm a hands-on person. That You can have me read something 20 times, and if we just go through it once together as we do it, I can get it down there. Trying to read and comprehend it and put it into action is a lot harder for me than it is actually being in doing it. But I agree. I watch a lot of different streams on poker, and it's you always pick something up, and that's good. Learning something new is great. Seeing how one of my biggest things I love is seeing how somebody would play the hand different than the way I would play it, and understanding the reason why they did it and why it worked, and why maybe I shouldn't be so focused on the way I'm trying to do it, when there's other ways to do it and make it work also that are profitable.
Okay, so this wasn't a profitable stream for me, but I'm going to keep it going for about 10 minutes or so. That's just the joys of cash game poker.
Up and down, man, up and
down,
down.
yeah.
It's just like a yo-yo.
Cash game tables can be cruel at times.
Yes, they can.
And it only takes 2 or 3 hands to make or break a session.
That's true. You get one nice one, you're good to go. You take several hits trying to get the one nice one, and you're not so good to go.
What's your plans for today, Brian? Will you be grinding later on, or?
I don't know. My wife's on a weird work schedule today, and we in the process of laying carpet in one of our rooms. I imagine we might work a little bit on that tonight, but I'm gonna try to get some poker in probably.
We've got all the girls are off school for the next 2 weeks, so.
Yeah, it's spring break here where I live, but I don't have any kids outside of my puppy, and I have to deal with her every day. So there's no freedom from that. Give me another cookie, please.
What's her name again?
Lola.
Lola, yeah. How is Lola keeping?
Pretty good. She just turned 5.
You don't find the years go by?
They go by quick, it's been just so hard. It's been a year since we had to put our other dog down last April, and it's hard to believe it's been a year because it's like yesterday.
Yeah.
Like he was just here, but it's just a weird time. You don't realize, that all your life, you're all, come on, let's get up there, try to grow up. And then you grow up, and all of a sudden, man, about the time you hit mid-20s, 30, man, it's like next thing you know, you hit 30, and it seems like a year later, and you're 35, and you're like, what the hell happened?
Absolutely, yeah. I hit 40 last year.
Yep, me too. I'll be 41 in May, and it's like, man, what happened?
Crazy shit. It just life passes you by in the blink of an eye. I was going through those, those old Facebook photos.
Yep.
And I was looking at ones of my kids, and God, how the years have gone by and how big they've got.
That is, growing up, with us not having Facebook when we grew up, and seeing people today with their kids, it's amazing to see. It's like, I have, because I live on the other side of the country from where I grew up and most of my friends live, and I get to see their kids that, that were like, 1 or 2 before I moved here, and now, they're teenagers, and I look and it's like, I got to grow up with them because my friends post their pictures online all the time throughout the years, so, it's very interesting. Raising the cuckoo.
The 2-2 Crew's favorite hand.
I love the 10-9, man. People just don't see it coming when you hit.
Yeah, well, I probably play this a little bit passively. It was one of those hands where you hit a bit of it, but you just don't know if you're either way ahead or way behind. And I know what the guy was doing there. Like, the guy was just playing for a draw. Bislan's saying 32 next Friday, you old farts.
I can't call him a young buck because then I'll really feel like I'm old. Yeah, that worked out nicely for you, but yeah, it's that's the thing with I think you see it more with small pairs, you know, sevens, fives, eights. If people don't hit them, people give them up, and I'm totally do this all the time. I give them up way too soon, you know. And when I talk with, you know, whether it's Felix or Dave or John, they all tell me the same thing. You know, you're ahead so many more times than you think you are. Just because there's cards out there that are bigger than yours, you're still ahead more times than you think you're not.
For sure. Here's a guy that flopped a monster. It's the you'll see it. I think it's the Ace King hand here.
Yep. What were your thoughts on him? He's you know he's in early position. He's minimum raising.
He also a short stacker. Are you looking at the?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Ace King hand.
Here's a hand where I thought it was way ahead. That's why I was playing it so trappy and passively. I wanted him to do the betting. Like my plan there was just let him bet and then just ship it on the river.
Yeah, and he's got a monster, but that's where it goes back to his minimum raise or in early position pre-flop. You know, most people aren't minimum raising at a cash table. At least, you know, I don't play a lot of cash, but that's not something I see. But I'm also, and I get, you know, Dave whacks me for this a lot. I don't like raising ace jacks out of the blind. And I'm a tournament player, so this is more tournament wise. I more like to call and take the flop and then do damage to him because nobody thinks if you have ace king, ace queen, ace jack, and you're raising it pre, so they don't ever see that coming when you just small them in the blind.
True.
And that's why I do it. Plus, it's easy to get away from without a lot of money. But I don't think there's any way you were really getting away from that flop, especially against a short stacker.
Yeah, it was.
I was just curious. That's why I was just curious on your take on his raise, because his raise looked small, kind of like, you know, even though he didn't have chips, he kind of looked like he wanted somebody to be in the pot with him.
Yeah. But I actually thought like there was a queen came out of the flop as well.
Yeah, ace queen 9 I think was the flop.
I thought he could have had a queen, you know, maybe jack queen or something like that. Or some sort of a draw, maybe king 10.
Yeah, I seen that's where I go back to. I don't play cash. I'm a tournament player in a tournament. I would never expect somebody to have king jack minimum raise in early position. I would expect them to have, you know, with the minimum raise, because they're not doing the 3-bet or the 2.5. That I would expect them to have some kind of. I would be more worried that they had ace queen there.
Picked up a hand here with this one too, but the guy that I'm playing into has a huge VPIP. He's very aggressive too, so I'm hoping that he's going to do the betting for me.
Yep, those are our friends.
The board hasn't paired. There's no straight or flush draw out there that I can see.
Jack 9, Jack 9, 9 7.
The only thing that can beat me is a set. So we're getting some real coolers today, Brian. Yeah, so Ed Bisland, if we don't see you before Friday, we wish you an early happy birthday.
Me?
No, Ed Bisland.
Oh, the chat. I was off the chat window.
Yeah, Ed Bisland is turning 32 next Friday, so we'll wish him a happy birthday here on the stream.
Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Also, I saw an email come through. is nice because emails from Twitch haven't really been coming through this week, I've heard.
I've noticed a lot. Like normally, you get the notification when somebody that you're following goes live.
Yeah, I know. I saw Felix posting about today, but Dave asked me the other day when I was live, because I was live a little bit late at night, but he was up and he didn't know I was streaming because I didn't say anything in chat to him. I
Yeah.
was just streaming, but he said he never got an email on it. And then I saw Felix, I think it was this morning, post something about, they weren't going out, so I kind of think it's kind of going everywhere for some reason.
Okay, so we just hit half past the hour. You can hang on here in TeamSpeak, Brian, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the fold out next big blind button. We'll call it a day for the stream.
Cool, I need to chat with you anyway.
Okie dokie. Okay, so we thanks to General Khan, thanks to Mbizland for popping around and jumping in the chat. Always good to have a few guys in the chat bar. Have a few guys to talk to.
Always.
We got the beast that is Jay Carver streaming right now, so I'm sure my 7 viewers he's quaking in his boots. The guy's probably up at a gazillion viewers right now.
Yeah, he's always up there somewhere high, man. He's usually sitting on top at he's got 8,300 right now according to 2+2.
Wow, 8,300.
Yeah, I mean that one run he had, I've never seen anything Twitch like it. I've never seen anybody over 10K before, and he was at like 23,000 viewers the day he was at the final table of that he ran for like 10 or 12 hours straight. But yeah, here's the thing. He's at 8,300. Elky's the closest and second at 428.
Wow.
JC's got quite the following.
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it?
It is. It is huge. He was a great sign for PokerStars.
Yeah. But his streams, like, they are brilliant. They're really entertaining. He's a great entertainer. He's a great poker player. He's just got the whole thing sewn up. Okay, so that's the tables after folded out. See what pops up when the tables fold out B. You'll probably see it in a few minutes.
Yep. Right now I'm on the Jack hand. You have a good evening day, MB.
Yeah, Bizline, listen, take care. And absolutely, let us know when you get the Twitch up and running, and we'll pop around and we'll jump in and say hi.
Always.
Yeah, I actually like this layout myself. I'm going to play around and try out making up a few new scenes as well. But there you go. Yeah, I put the Big Bang picture up there because it's trekky and it's spacey and it's
nice.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like the chips are coming right at you. You're flying right into the zone.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it?
That's pretty cool. That's pretty creative.